back.
We're back, baby.
The Sleepless Pod returns.
Yeah, for another
No,
week.
another week. No interview this week. Just the two of us, isn't it, Robin?
Yeah, just the two of us. It's good. It's good to check in just the two of us once in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I guess we can chat a little bit about a few different things and Sleepless. How's it going? And maybe some learnings so far and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And yeah, for the listeners, hopefully if you are listening only, hopefully we have a video one live by this stage. We are trialing out something new. So bear with us on this one.
Yeah, we'll figure that out as we come to it. But yeah, as Robin said, definitely trying to add more visual content to the pod. And speaking of visual content, you should definitely go check out our new TikTok as well. We're on the TikToks, so definitely go check us out over there as well.
Nice. I hadn't seen the views of that. How we trending there?
Yeah, we got a few video. Let me just pull it up here actually. So I know the Grimes one. Oh, sorry. The Grimes one did pretty well. That's got like 674 views.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I did one. Yeah. Oh, just to clue people in. Yeah. So I put together this sort of video. I'm sure a lot of people in the DJ world have heard about Grimes's set at Coachella there the other week, and lots of people were doing memes and stuff. So I put together something on our Sleepless TikTok, and yeah, that seems to be doing quite well. That little clip that was one of our first vids. So yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully, but lots more to come on there. Lots more
yeah,
to come.
poor grinds though. I suppose that's what happens when you outsource key fundamentals of your job.
Yeah, I think there was a few like what she said it was. I think it was just like one track, and I've seen a few clips on this right where um so she had this one track. I don't think she like analyzed it properly in record box or something beforehand, and she loaded it and the BPMs weren't correct. It was saying she was saying it's supposed to be 170, but it was saying like the correct tempo was 130 or something. And she hit the sync button, and
Oh,
the other track on the other deck was like 170 or something. So when that actually went up to 170, it was like super
messed up.
like yeah, super messed up. So I mean, it just shows like yeah, you gotta analyze all your files properly before playing
But
something like
like,
that.
has Grimes always been a DJ? Or is this
No,
very new? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
this is pretty new. Yeah, she usually did those like hybrid sort of live sets where she would mess around with like a couple hardware things and vocals and stuff like that.
she has a kid with Elon, right?
That's true. Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah, wow.
can you remember the name?
It's like XYO or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, something like that.
and I think it's like Z for short.
Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
no, hopefully she smashes it. And I know Coachella's 2 weeks now, 2 weekends now, so
yeah.
hopefully weekend two she's back with a bang. So
My all-time favorite Coachella folk lore is the Daft Punk. You've seen that documentary, have you? And we
I
can
think I've
effect
seen, yeah, I know what
yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah, we can effectively thank Daft Punk for big sets and cool, production. They really
Yeah,
knocked that one out of the park. They were the
yeah,
ones that
they changed the game electronic music wise, for sure. And especially that Coachella set, I think will go down, or it already has gone down in history. I guess is like
oh, for sure.
one of the like game changing moments in electronic music, definitely.
Um so somebody I watched an interview recently and they had like a famous, I think, pianist in and to make a song. And the pianist kept like giving them recordings and stuff. And then eventually they were like, no, no, listen, we actually just want to hear about you and we'll make a song about that. So yeah, I mean, he just said that he sat down, then ended up just chatting to them about his life, and then as he was talking, they were like making music to like match his story.
Yeah,
So he said he had never seen something like that.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I hear so many stories about them. Like I remember watching this thing with David Guetta, and he was talking about like the first time he met them when they were all really young or something, and he'd heard I think it was Discovery, their first album, or maybe even one of their earlier EPs or something. And he said before he met them, he knew they sort of came from like, I think they came from like well-to-do backgrounds or something. So he's expecting like the place where they made this record or whatever to be this super high-end, have everything studio. But he rocks up and they made the whole thing and they're like one's like two-bed studio apartment or something with
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
like hardware bits. And yeah, I mean they're super talented, super talented guys.
Yeah, I think that's one of my life regrets, not getting to see them live.
Yeah, for sure. I think so as well. Yeah, I never got to see them live either.
But
Yeah.
David Gautier, he's had a funny, rise. Like I remember him starting it, like being big in Ibiza, and then from Ibiza he just like exploded, and then he went down. Remember it was at Tomorrowland where like he's just a zombie mid-set. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah. Yeah.
and now I feel like he's mellowed out a bit. He seems mu much more approachable, but there's a period of time there he was just, you know,
Yeah. Full on zombie.
yeah, full on fame zombie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like
But
like the Biebs as well. The Biebs went through a bit of like fame zombie, and now he's seems to have come back down to earth a bit.
yeah, well, I'm sure it's a lot, you know. I'm
Hmm.
sure it's
Say
a lot
so.
to take on. But yeah, he's another interesting character in the electronic music scene.
Yeah, he for sure is. He's definitely influenced a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially some of his earlier,
Yeah,
like what would you call that? Like electro-y
it was like electro funk
as
nearly.
yeah, it was
Electro.
like really it had yeah, I feel like there was a lot of stuff like that coming out from France at the time.
Yeah.
Gonna yeah. Um but yeah, also pretty talented artist as well at the minute.
He did he was I think he was meant to do the Super Bowl this year, was he? No, it was somebody else.
Oh,
Tiesto. It was Tiesto.
Tiesto. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
With Usher. That would have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
epic.
that would have been epic. It would have been
Yeah.
epic. But
Yeah, I would have loved if he just came out and Tiesto playing his Adagio for strings song
oh,
or Traffic or something. Some of the old school stuff.
yeah.
Tiesto, if you're listening, just bring back your trance stuff, please. Just
Well, Trance is coming
please.
back.
Trance is back, yeah. So all the more reason for him to,
Yeah.
you know, bring it back because I don't know. Yeah, some of that earlier stuff was, yeah, that was some of the like stuff I like when I was getting into electronic music. That's some a lot of the stuff I would listen to, all that early
So
Tiesto.
we went we for the listeners, we Tom and I also went to high school together or secondary school in Ireland as it's called. But I was saying one of
Mm.
the things that I took for granted and only looking back now, because we had so many Germans in our school, I feel like we got to hear like a lot of German like electronic music, which I feel like not a lot of people might have. And I definitely think that influenced some of my music tastes now. I don't know about you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, yeah, it definitely probably influenced it a little bit. But then when we were also going through school, we also had the internet was like pretty prevalent as well. So like getting our hands on music was like a lot easier too.
Yeah.
So if you did develop certain tastes, it was pretty easy to like get your hands on all sorts of music within that genre or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I know, but yeah, when we were in school, yeah, that's kind of when I got into DJing and stuff. But I was talking to somebody about it back then. Like at that time, like blogs were a big source for getting like sort of up and coming tunes or like unreleased tunes or something. I remember there
LimeWire.
was yeah, there was LimeWire too. There's one blog I think it was called you can call me Polsky or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Vaguely remember that now.
and I remember getting some really good tunes on there before.
So what
Uh,
I used to do is remember the old iPod classics that had ridiculous storage back in the day.
yeah,
I just go onto people's laptops, plug in my iPod classic and rip their library. And then I would just basically, find what I liked, what I didn't like, and delete the rest. That was
yeah,
my
that's fair.
that was my method of choice.
Yeah, your method of choice. But yeah, now we just have Spotify and streaming service to make it super easy.
So this is actually something I was thinking about there, with Spotify is it definitely has me to a T, right? So my release radar, it's releasing the songs, Discover Weekly, it has my day list. Like literally it's just giving me all the artists that like all the songs that I know I like. But there's a part of me because like when I was actively DJing, I would be hunting songs, like scrolling through YouTube for hours, going through SoundCloud for hours, like trying to find stuff that people hadn't heard. To, I suppose, when you find a song that a lot of people have heard and it's a banger, there's a big euphoria that the dance floor gets because they haven't heard it before.
Right,
Where there's a part of me now where I'm like, yeah, I've got so many bangers on my like on my playlist, but like how much of that is known because it's just the algorithm feeding me.
right.
So
That's fair. It's just yeah, whatever the algorithm gives you now instead of a bit more of an organic.
yeah, but yeah. Anyway, let's probably go back to a bit of sleepless content here. So we're what are we about
Sleepless.
6 weeks in now? Launched?
April. Not even. Yeah,
Not even
like 5 weeks,
5
maybe,
weeks? Yeah, five
or
weeks
maybe it
just.
is 6 weeks. Jeez, I don't know. We'll have to check that.
We actually probably need to track this.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, it's been a bit over a month anyway, and yeah, so far it's going well. Yeah, happy with how things are going so far. Great to see like people coming in and using the space and having a good time. Which is great to hear. People are getting like the best out of the space.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said this to you before. It's, as to avoid this being a complete ad, but everyone does get that first hour free. But what's great to see is so many people come back, because
Yeah,
they get so much value out of it. So, that's really great to see. And I think one of the highlights so far for me, well, there's two actually, but one of the highlights was actually having the movie, the voice actors in. That was cool.
yeah, that was good. Yeah, some students as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought that was
Um,
really good.
yeah, yeah. So it just shows like, look, even though we've set up, you know, podcast room for podcasting, they still successfully recorded some voiceover for their film project, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. Pretty
And they
cool, and
got
that's what we're all about. We're a space for creatives to be creative. So power to you, you know.
yeah. And I think that there is so much of that now it's funny, like ever since we've opened this, it's almost like either it was already happening or I feel like there's a real vibe in Toronto at the moment that I really think there's some areas within it that are really going to take off. Like there's a lot of creativity coming out of Toronto at the moment.
I think so, and I think it was really calling for a space like this. So yeah, it's great like that we're able to provide this now and like see people be able to express their creative side in a space that's like made for them to do that. So yeah, happy to be able to provide that to the city now.
Yeah, and shout out to that if you're listening to this, that one community member that has done a full weekend of DJing. Fair play
Oh
to
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
That's
fair shout out.
I couldn't be more impressed. That's
Yeah.
serious dedication.
Yeah, serious dedication. Another highlight for myself, I did for listeners that don't know, I also have a record label called Oneris Records, and we recorded a 6 hour live stream there in the pro DJ room, which was amazing. Yeah, really good feedback from that. Had some really good, great local talent in, and yeah, everyone smashed it. The sets were. I would recommend going back and watching. I put together some cool background visuals and stuff like that, and mess around with the two camera angles we have in the DJ Pro studio. So yeah, that was another great like use of the space. And yeah, for anyone listening that's interested in how that like went down, it's all on YouTube now. And yeah, you can look back and see like how the DJ Pro studio can be like fully utilized for streaming, which it's already set up for streaming as is. So if anyone wanted to, they could go in and do a similar stream themselves.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I my favorite the DJ that day was I think Darkova. I just thought she had like a really strong presence, and I thought like the set was also banging. That was just my highlight. They were all fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, she's only been DJing for like 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, but she's like really thrown herself into it. I know she plans to try and learn vinyl now. Uh,
Have you introduced it to the Kaleidoscope group?
no, I maybe she's met them before. I don't know,
Hmm.
but could do a little intro there.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for
Shout
the community.
shout out Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, shout out Kaleidoscope. I think they have an event coming out June and then another in July around Movement. No, sorry,
Yeah,
Movement May. May.
yeah, definitely. Oh, I think Marius I think is performing at something in May there, and then Kaleidoscope themselves have an event in June or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, yeah, live stream was great. Yeah, I think everyone smashed it on the stream. And it was good. It got like a full 6 hours. So and it was great. And shout out to anyone who watched on Twitch. We had a good vibe going on Twitch as well. So that was really great.
Yeah, and I mean it would be remiss to without saying thanks to Ali K for
Oh
rating.
yeah,
You,
big
you
time.
know,
Thank you to Ali. Yeah, because yeah, that's we got so many people coming over and tuning in after that. So yeah, really appreciate that support. You know.
she's really smashing it at the moment as well. She's any massive event, she's there, she's around. And you know what? I always get the vibe that she's for the community as well as her career in it. So, fair play to her.
Yeah, there's another person we should try and get on the podcast actually.
Yeah, that would be great. If we could get Ali
Yeah,
on, that'd be
yeah,
Ali, if you're listening.
yeah.
This is your official invite.
Yeah, open invitation to the podcast. But yeah, that's great. Well, obviously another highlight, probably doing these podcasts actually. Uh,
Yeah.
it's been enjoyable being able to sit down and you know talk to some people, talk about their creative journeys, their process, and what they would recommend to our community and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely, it's great. It's funny, getting into this because I feel like a lot of people we've interviewed so far, podcasting is quite new to them, even though they are performers themselves in some shape or form.
Yeah,
And yeah, like always they come out being like, "Well, that was great. I'll do another one." So, that obviously stands to, you know, what we were doing and hopefully, everyone comes out of it feeling like they've learned something.
yeah. You know what else? I think it also is. I think it's like I think it's the vibe we created in the podcast room too. I think it's pretty comfortable in there. So
Yeah.
once you get in, you feel comfortable, and then we try and make everyone feel like we're just like you know having a regular conversation, shooting the shit, and it's just like really you know easy. Just make people feel comfortable, and then like it gets easy.
Well, it goes back to, I think, and I think we've done it with the brand, and I think we carry ourselves like this. It goes back to authenticity. We're not trying to be people that we're not, and neither is the business. So, by not being fake for the sake of it, I feel like that really stands to us in the long run.
Yeah, just being truly sleepless.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you do it more than me.
Uh,
It's 10:30 there.
yeah, that's
But
right. Yeah,
the time zone thing has actually worked out pretty nicely in some of the ways. I mean, there's obviously hindrances being coast to coast at the moment, but there's also positives in terms of, being 3 hours behind means that you can catch some Z's, for some of the
right,
late sessions and stuff. So
right. And yeah, for listeners, yeah, Robin's based out in Vancouver. Then I'm the Toronto-based rep out here, but yeah, eventually, hopefully, we'd like to set up sleepless in Vancouver, but that might be further down the line. But yeah, at the minute, yeah, like you said, Robin, yeah, it probably has worked out a bit. Time difference in our favor with regards to that.
yeah. And one other great thing is we have been getting people from Vancouver reach out to us as well,
Oh
being
yeah, I
like,
saw that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, I mean, it's as I said to those that reach out, if you let your friends know about us in Toronto so that we can really plant our flag and expand, that's really the
yeah,
key difference maker here.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, because yeah, we'd love to like be able to have sleepless all over Canada. You
Yeah,
know?
that would be, I mean, that's, everyone deserves to have a creative outlet
Yeah,
and, I go back, I said this point before, but I will say it again. You go to the gym because it makes you feel good. The same way you should have a place you can go to be creative, whatever that may be, and that will make you feel good as well.
that's
So,
true.
you know, that's the belief that I'm certainly going by, and that's why I feel like that's the business. That's why it's important.
Yeah, and what do we? So what? Let's talk a bit about the room. So what has been? What do we reckon has been the most popular room so
Oh,
far?
DJ Pro without a doubt.
Yeah, probably DJ Pro. It's probably been DJ Pro that's been most popular.
Yeah,
Um, then after that, oh,
it's
probably the standard. Well, the DJ rooms are probably leading the way at the minute, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the standard versus, yeah, probably the standard. Then it's actually probably a toss-up between the standard and the recording studio.
Hmm.
Then it would go photography studio and then podcast studio.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Um, but the Pro DJ room seems to be, yeah, very popular at the minute. And yeah, shout out to loads of people. As Roman said, we're still giving everyone their first hour free. So yeah, if you want to check out any of the studios, yeah, make sure to sign up on the app and get your first hour free. Won't last forever. So
No,
um
yeah, we can't keep doing it forever.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, make sure you get your chance test out whichever studio you want to.
Yeah, I mean, also some other good things is like we have that chill out area, there's
Yeah,
people there that use it and, take the time after their set to have a chat or whatever, and that's great too. I think, on a personal note, I'd love to see the co-working space used a bit more.
yeah, fair. Yeah,
Um, I think it's important people feel that they can use it. Like, I mean, it's 25 for the day, it's super cheap, but it gives you a place downtown Toronto where you can work from and set up a base for the day. And, whether you're starting out as I don't know, a DJ and you want to do some flyering, or you're, an event promoter or an event producer, you can set your shop up there, and hopefully get to meet some talent that walks through the door. That really comes to fruition when, the space is being used like that.
yeah. And then do we want to talk about maybe some stuff we're planning to bring, some new stuff we're planning to bring like in the short term? Maybe like launching the marketplace.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So launching the marketplace, events as well.
yeah,
We're
events.
looking to basically have bookable events through the app. So whatever that be, whether it be within Sleepless or through event producers, promoters, community leaders, collectives, we're there to support and promote them, and hopefully people find some really cool, interesting, events there that as a Sleepless community member you mightn't find everywhere else very easily.
Yeah.
That's one, and I think we're really looking to try and do we mention the other bookable things?
I'd say, yeah, like short term wise, like what we're directly planning at the minute. So like the lessons.
Yeah, I was gonna skirting
Yeah.
around that. Yeah, yeah. So we look so for our rooms, we're looking to, you'll be able to book DJ Pro with lessons or DJ Standard with lessons. Um or you could get a junior engineer to support you in the recording room, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or producer to help you, teach you how to use, production equipment. All those things we're looking to do. In the short term, we're just trying to find the right folks to support. And if somebody is listening to this and it's like, hey, I would really love the sound of being a coach or a tutor or a producer or whatever that is that you feel like you could help somebody with in our studios, reach on out, right? That's what we're there for, to try and make, our studios as useful to everyone as possible.
Yeah, for sure. And then over time, yeah, we just want to keep, you know, adding more and more, services and utility to what we offer. So yeah, hopefully with your ongoing support, yeah, we'll be able to provide more and more services and utility to the community.
Well, it comes back to what we were touching on earlier, is the importance of experimentation, right?
Mm,
So we're looking to experiment, right? Workshops can be held, through that, we've talked to some different folks and people have some fantastic ideas around how you could blend photography and music, or how you could do an informative lecture through the co-working. All those things. I mean, the world's your oyster, on that, and we're more than happy to support and listen. So, I think the big theme for the next quarter is experimentation, for me anyway, and that goes not only to, our offering, but also socials. You're hopping on TikTok, trying some new things.
yeah.
We'll probably launch a few other things off our socials as well, to, try and be more engaging, and try to give content that people enjoy.
Yes, I guess so. Yes, speaking on experimentation, then yeah, we're looking to also collaborate more with some local collectives and groups like that, Robin, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we're trying to look for to work with some collectives, and the real thing we touched on earlier is like there's a moment Toronto has right now in terms of its creative outlet, and we want to put that out into the world, right? And we want to support people to be able to do that.
Yeah, so definitely watch this space. There might be some more live streams or other things in the works with some other Toronto-based groups, which would be very exciting. So yeah, make sure to watch this space. Also, if you want to set up your own live stream, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you set it up on in the space.
Yeah, for sure. Um, that brings us probably up and around our time, does it, TC?
But yeah, it could be. Yeah, that feels
Feels
uh,
like a comfortable spot.
a comfortable spot.
But yeah, if anyone has any more thoughts on these fireside chats between Tom and myself, do let us know. If want any more insight into any other areas, of course, reach out at any time as well.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, well then, until next time, then I guess peace.
Sleep well, folks. Talk to you.